Hello friends, welcome back once again. It's a beautiful day once again. Thank you so much for your continuous viewership. We've been covering a master topic called transformation, and today's subtopic what I'm going to cover is about the importance of association, power of association. I'm sure you would have heard that average of 5 people determines your current life. All right. So it is very important to understand how do we really manage this. So surely it was in earlier days. It is more like a 5 persons who determines your way of your thinking, the way of your living, and who are your five close friends whom you associate. But however, I would like to add little more aspects to it today. It is not just about 5 people nowadays. It's also about few more other aspects whom you are associating on daily life is makes a lot of impact on your current life and also on future transformation, what's going to happen for your betterment. So let's talk about it. So one of the very important is that self association. What do you really associate yourself when you think about yourself? What is it you think about yourself? Do you think that I am bold, disciplined, punctual, like assertive, or you are more like a kind of consistent, or you're a persistent, or you have a positive mindset? What do you really associate yourself, or you think something otherwise, some certain negative aspects? So one is a kind of self mindset, what kind of association, when you think in your mind, when you feel in your heart, like what is it you are actually thinking, what is it you are really feeling? So that something is very critical, whom you are connecting yourself on daily basis, mentally, and spiritually. That something is very important for you to really understand as a first step. Once you really understand as a first step, and then you need to identify the gaps where which area you really wanted to improve upon, which particular quality, which particular attitude you really wanted to further develop. Accordingly, you need to really find your direction, right? And also in this current scenario, what I would like to say is that our association with non-living aspects, that something is very critical. When I say non-living aspects, like today current scenario of electronic media, like TV, or like in like your internet, like Facebook and YouTube, or many things which really occupies our mind, occupies our thought process, right? So what are you really, when you open a kind of television channel, what kind of channels you really associate yourself with? When you open a Facebook, what kind of posts you keep associating yourself with? When you open a YouTube, what are the kind of messages, what kind of visuals you really get associated with, what kind of speech pattern you would like to really listen to? So these things also makes a lot of difference and impact on your way of thinking, the way of progressing in your life. So you need to be very meticulously see that what is getting into your mind is really is very good, and it's really adding value to your future course of transformation. Okay. So, and also what kind of books you are associating yourself with? Are you reading a lot of comic books? You are really reading a lot of management technically motivating books, or you are learning certain skill set related books? What is it books you are really reading? All right. So that's also one kind of association. That's a non-living association with the television and electronic media, books. These things also makes a lot of matter. And coming to the living things, surely who are your best 5 friends, who are your best 5 colleagues, or who are your mentors, and what are you really trying to pick up from them? What are you really learning from them? Are you really learning certain good things from them, or you are not learning good things and you are really following some bad things, learning from them? So you really need to keep a close watch on it, because most of the time what happens, let's assume that you are a doctor. I'm sure you have become a doctor today, not just by doing some kind of reading some books and then practically learning certain things. Surely you would have associated with many number of doctors over a period of time, am I right? In the same way, if you are a chartered accountant, you must be knowing that you would have been associated with many chartered accountants over a period of time, and then today, like after many years of association, you are becoming a more successful chartered accountant. Hope you are understanding, right? If you are a sports person, you must be really associating yourself with a sports person, cricketer or a football player. Then you must be associating with those kind of real people for many years, and after really associating with them, you would have learned a lot of skill set, you would have learned a lot of new techniques to really achieve a success. The similar way, from today, next 5 years and 10 years, if you really wanted to achieve a particular passion, particular goal, or whatever the ambition you have, if you really need to understand that whom you are associating yourself with, that's very critical and very, very important for you to really think about it. And you know that when you say that in living association, there are certain association which you can really have a limited association, certain things could be expanded association. So expanded association is something you need to really have a close watch. Limited association could be something is your neighbor or your just few colleagues who are just say hi, hello and all. But expanded association means where you spend your hours of time, you keep investing your time every day, either through a kind of social media or through a kind of in person. You are really talking to them, you are learning from them, you are sharing your ideas. So you need to really understand who are your expanded association, who are your mentors, who are your actually guide, who is actually giving you a kind of inspiration to you and also really teaching you and also you are learning from them, right? So what happens, a bad association will really take you to a wrong direction, right? So in bad association is the best example in our Indian mythology. If you go back, how Karna, one of the king, because of the bad association, even though his nature is very good, because of the bad association he has to lose a war, am I right? Loses life, right? In the same way, many examples, if you go back to the many histories, because of the bad association people have lost their complete empire, people have lost their life and the people have lost their complete vision, right? So it's very, very critical for us to understand that our association, whom we are interacting, I mean in the previous year it could be just person, but in the current year your social, like what kind of electronic or electronic media association, what kind of personal association you are keeping on daily basis, that's something you need to keep a very, very close watch. And let's look at it something, for example, one thing we really need to, when we are going ahead and then moving forward in our life, when we are trying to transform for better, and it's also very important for us to learn to disassociate. So disassociate means not necessarily you need to disconnect your any kind of association immediately, but you need to slowly and gradually stop or slowly gradually reduce your association with certain negative associations. That could be maybe a kind of negative associations on the electronic media and also negative associations in the personal life. So that's something is very, very critical. So I would like to say there are simple 3 or 4 steps which we should keep a kind of watch on our association pattern. Like one thing is that what qualities you would like to acquire. What qualities you have is something what you looked at it. Then what qualities you would like to acquire is something you should really understand. Once you understand what qualities you would like to acquire, then you need to identify who are the people who are inspiring those qualities for you. Like maybe somebody, let's say you want to become financially independent, or you could be you want to really become a great salesperson, or you want to become a fantastic coach for teaching something. So you really need to understand what is the quality you want and who are the people who can help you giving those kind of qualities, and then really start learning associate with them. Maybe they are not willing to associate with you, but you need to really put your efforts to associate with them through the form of books, in the form of audios, in the form of personal meetings, or through networking meetings, or through some of the big conferences where you can really go and interact with them either one-on-one or through a kind of as a group, and then start learning from them. Okay, and once you start learning from them, you really need to analyze, okay, fine, this is what I'm learning, how do I really implement it in my daily life, and then put it forward, and then practice it, take action. All right, so once you really start taking action, surely you will start seeing a lot of development and improvement. I think that's a simple tip on the power of association. I'm sure there are many things to discuss in association, but this is something, a very small tip. Hope this video is very helpful for you, and if this is helpful, please subscribe. And if you really wanted to share this with your friends, please go ahead and share it with your friends. And if you have any suggestions, please do not forget to give your suggestions here. Okay, I am very happy to really keep sharing more such information in the future, and wish you all the best. Take care. Bye bye.